How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And today we're going to talk about a licensed game from Acclaim that was developed by Imagineering and was directed by Gary Kitchen of Activision fame. And Gary Kitchen, of all of the Activision founders, the guys that started the company and then branched off and did their own thing, Gary Kitchen was probably most dubiously known, because Gary Kitchen will slap his name on any old crap and keep it pushing. Gary Kitchen's name is on some not so great video games, including today's game. Today's game is also important to me because I swore up and down that I had done all 4 of these games already. And after doing some legwork and sniffing around, and thanks to someone pointing it out to me to double check myself, I realized I still had one left. And boy, oh boy, revisiting this game after all these years, I realized why I had blocked out in my head that I had done this already. I blocked it out because I wanted to believe that it was already done, so I wouldn't have to revisit it again, because this game is a piece of crap. It's from 1991, and while it showed up on a bunch of different platforms, the NES version was the first of them. Today, we're going to take a quick look at The Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants. Now, at least this version has the theme song in it, because there are other versions of this game that don't, and I don't understand how that works. I also realized that they could have just made this a regular basic platformer, right? But that was too simple. That was too much like right. What we ended up with was this janky mess of a game that was honestly would have just been okay as a basic platformer. But we ended up with this thing where they tried to shoehorn these different puzzle elements into it and these different level objectives, and the level objectives are fine. At least it varies things up, right? Or it should. But it doesn't. It just tilts what you have to run around and collect to different items at the beginning of every level. The hit detection is horrid. The control is kind of sloppy. It just doesn't feel good to play this. It's almost like every Simpsons game, other than Krusty's Funhouse, every home Simpsons game was bad until maybe Simpsons Hit and Run. And I'm gonna stand on that hill. You hear me? This is not a good video game. But I'll say this. This feels like it has more cohesion as far as the theme and the gameplay elements and all that than Bart versus the World. And it controls a lot better than Bartman meets Radioactive Man. But I'll continue to say that out of all of the 8-bit, hell, and the 16-bit Simpsons games that we got, Krusty's Funhouse is still the superior one, because it was really hard to mess that up. Also, I don't think Imagineering had a hand in that one. If they did, brava, because they actually got something right. Now, you decide you want to get yourself a copy of Bart vs. the Space Mutants. $10 or less. If you pay more than $10 for a copy of this game, you have been scammed. There is no need for a repro of this because plenty of kids got duped into owning this game. A lot of parents got duped into buying this game for their kids because they realized how bad it was after the fact. And yeah, we were left with another thing that Imagineering developed that honestly could have gone in the landfill next to E.T. I just don't understand some of the stuff that we ended up getting officially licensed by Nintendo to go on the NES. I'm flabbergasted. Hence why I was just stammering a second ago. But yeah, this has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow, a mindlessly violent video game where you play the killer. Yep, this game walked so Manhunt could fly.